Good evening. So it's still Thursday the 6th of February. I've come out now, it's 7 p.m. I've decided to split the two little videos up because I wasn't too sure if I was going to come out this evening or not. So as you've seen, if you've seen the this morning's video, it was just so dead this morning. I thought I'll come out for a bit this evening, give it an hour or two, see if it's any good. So let's see how we get on. So, little update, it is just after 9 o'clock and it's actually been quite busy, to be honest. So my first job was £14.07 for just over 10 miles, and that was going from Tarleton, which is like outskirts of Southport, going into Southport. As soon as I dropped them off, I had a £3.74 for 1.9 miles. I then had an XL, £7.88 for 1.9 miles, and then I had a £4.08 for 1.4 miles, which then took me to 8 o'clock, so that was the first hour. So I'd done £29.77 in the first hour. Then after that, I then had including the pound tip, £4.71 for 1.2 miles, a £3.73 for 1.2 miles, £6.90 for 4 miles, and then a £3.74 for 1.4 miles. They were all in and around Southport. So the second hour I got £19.08. So over the 2 hours, it's just shy of £25 an hour. It's like £24.40 something an hour. So yeah, quite a vast improvement really from the dead hours when I've come out. Because bearing in mind, what's that? It's about £48, isn't it? Just 1 second, minus 80. Yeah, so I must have made about £32 this morning. So I was out for 3 hours this morning, 8:30 till 11:30, and done £32. You know, bearing in mind, people say, you know, you get like a little bit of a morning rush. Granted, that might have been on the back end of that morning rush starting at 8:30, but nonetheless, you know, £32 for the 3 hours, and then I've come out for 2 hours starting at 7 p.m. And I've done £48. So it's yeah, it's not too bad. It's mainly just been like people going, taking people to restaurants, took someone home from a restaurant, taking someone home from the cinema, took a guy home from work who was working like an odd shift pattern. He said he actually finished early tonight. He said normally he would start at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and then finish at like 2 a.m. or something. Don't know what he was doing because he works in a house. So yeah, that's kind of been it. Just really nice, easy jobs, and they've all been pretty much back to back. I've always accepted another job. I've had another customer in the car, so I've just dropped off just at the end of Lord Street now. Just done this little update, just gone back online. So yeah, just waiting for something else to come through. I won't be waiting for ages. You know, I'd probably hang around now for 5 or 10 minutes, see if something come through. If it didn't, I might go for a little drive around Southport for 5 or 10 minutes. And if there was nothing then I'd just head home. I'm not the type that will happily go and sit there, park up, and just, you know, sit there for an hour or so waiting for a job, because I'd rather go home. Can't be bothered. It's not my cup of tea. That I know some people do it. I've never, I've done airport runs for Uber, but I've never gone to an airport like you'll see some other Uber drivers do. So they'll only just focus on airport work, so they'll go to the airport and they'll sit there for 2, 3, 4 hours waiting for a job to come through. Again, it just depends on what it is you want to do. Everybody's different. To me, I think it's kind of pointless, especially after watching a lot of other YouTubers who've done it. You know, they can sit there, you can get to like the front of the queue after 3 or 4 hours of waiting, and then you just start getting offered like really crappy jobs for like £5-10. So then you're kind of thinking, well, you know, I've been here for like 3 hours, so that's like £3 an hour if I accept that job. yeah, you'd have to get like a really decent job of like £100, £150 or something. You know, if you want to get that 20, 25 or £30 an hour, you know, you're going to be looking for, well, you know, a job of £75 or upwards, and they're quite rare on Uber, to be honest. They might be a bit more common maybe down south, you know, like Heathrow, things like that. But yeah, I haven't seen any of them. I think the biggest job I've done since I worked for Uber since August now has been about £85, and that wasn't to an airport. That was just like a bit of a surge job. The biggest job I've had back from to an airport was 50, and back from the airport was 50. So yeah, I don't know where these kind of jobs are taking people, if they're waiting around for these like £75, £100 jobs. So yeah, I'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know shortly. But yeah, like I said, it's gone 9 o'clock now, so it's going to start to be kind of like slim pickings. I mean, it's not going to be people having meals now. Surely you're not still having a meal at 9 o'clock at night on a school night as well. You know, people are going to be up for work in the morning. But yeah, I'll see what happens. So it's 11 o'clock and I've just got home. It's been quite busy, to be honest. So after the last update, I was on my way to an XL, which was a priority, but then they cancelled. So I then done a little £4.42 for 1.6 miles, a 367 for 1.2 miles, a 372 for 1.9 miles, a 372 for 1.5 miles, a 371. Well, I've just noticed why they all 372s and 371 for 0.9 of a mile. And then that was like the end of that hour. So what was that hour roughly? So 9 o'clock, so that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, call it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's about £20 thereabouts for the hour between 9 and 10. And then from 10 o'clock onwards, I done a £5.30 for 1.1 miles. I then got a £3.50 because a customer cancelled too late. I then had, including the £5 tip, £11.48 for 1.7 miles. But that was after 10. Yeah, so between 9 and 10, was that a little bit slower? I've just done that one, haven't I? Sorry, it was after 10. So was that after 11? No, that was still... yeah, sorry, that was 11.48 for 1.7 miles. And then the last one, they must have been in a bar or something, and obviously they've booked it basically on the app saying like, I want picking up from here, but obviously it's a pedestrianised area where they are, because they're doing like a bit of a, I don't know if it was called like church walks or something, where a couple of bars are. So obviously the app will automatically find the nearest road to the customer and send the driver there. So it was basically down like, it wasn't an alleyway per se, it was like a road, but it only led to the back of the bars. But I could see the blue dot was probably like over 100 metres away on Lord Street. So it's one of them, like, I can't go to where the blue dot is because the job's not going to start and they won't get notified that I'm here. So basically just some drunk person will be walking around and they'll have no idea that it's you. So I had to go round to the pickup location so they get notified to say I'm here. So then normally they should look at the phone and go, oh, hang on a sec, I'm stood here and, you know, the driver's at such a place. So because I seen that, I thought, you know what, I'll message them. So I messaged them and said, are you at the pickup location or are you on Lord Street? Because basically I'd have to come round and drive like 20 seconds round the block to go and pick them up. So I'm sat there, the 3 minute comes and goes, the first minute chargeable time, and then it was coming to the end of the second minute chargeable time. So I was thinking, right, okay, I'm just going to cancel this and take the money. So there was 10 seconds left, and then they messaged and say, Lord Street. And I was like, wow. So firstly, they've had 5 minutes to message me back and they couldn't be asked. And then the fact that they messaged me back in the last 10 seconds, again, not saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm round here, I've done this wrong, or I've done, or, just something, even if it was just a hi, anything, but just to say, Lord Street, like, come and get me. It was like, no, I'm alright, thanks. So I took £3.75 off them. And then I thought I'll pretty much call it a night, because it was 10:30 then, to be fair. So I've wasted some time getting back. But then I was offered like another 1 or 2 little jobs there that I left. I thought, can't be bothered. I want to get back, get to bed. I've got a lot to do tomorrow during the day, and then obviously I'm going to be out handy-ish. Obviously because it's Friday, so I'm going to be starting my shift at like 2 in the afternoon. I then was coming back, and then I was off to like a job not too far away from where I live, but it was going into Ormskirk. But it wasn't too bad. I think it was like £7 or £8 for like 4 miles or something. So jobs were still coming up, to be fair. What are you some figures really. So the 4 hours that I've done this evening started at 7, finished at 11. Technically I finished at like 10:30. That was my last job, but I've counted coming home as well, even though normally you'd stay out because there was more jobs. But yeah. So basically I've done them 4 hours, so it works out at about £23 an hour, which is good, to be honest. Like I said, you're lucky if you get that on a Friday night. But then obviously I came out this morning as well, so if I split what I've earned over the 7 hours, because the whole day I've done 124.46. So if I do that over the 7 hours, it works out at £17.70 an hour. That includes this morning, because I think this morning it was something dismal like £10 an hour or something. I'm sure I got like £32 for them 3 hours this morning, whereas I've come out this evening and got like 90 something for the 4 hours. So it's yeah, it's been quite a decent evening. Glad I came out, to be honest. I've done a couple of evenings in the past, and it's kind of been like hit and miss, to be honest. I've had times where I've come out and I've done nothing in an hour, and I've had ones where I've done like, 1 or 2 little small £3-4 jobs within the hour. So again, I don't know if it's just one of them where it's just a little bit of pot luck. Maybe because it's a Thursday night, some people can't wait because it's Friday tomorrow. I don't think you'd be getting £23 an hour if it was like a Monday evening, for example, because it's a Monday. I don't know anyone who goes out on a Monday night. So yeah, not too bad, to be honest. I think that was about it. There's nothing else. For the whole day I've done 4 hours 4 minutes driving, and I've done 21 trips. Let's see if anyone else has left any sort of like negative feedback or anything. No. I noticed the other, I think it was yesterday, because my 5-star reviews was 497. I had 1 3-star review, 1 2-star, and 1 1-star. So the 2-star was a new one. That was that woman the other day who complained, because it still says here, one report, a rider reported their pickup was too far away. That's the one where they selected the pickup location and then moaned because they had to walk to the pickup location. But I didn't have a 4-star, so someone's left a 4-star review, but then not explained why they've left a 4-star review, so got no idea. So basically I've got 496 5 stars, 1 4-star, 1 3-star, 1 2-star, and 1 1-star. The confirmation rate is still at 26%. It's actually gone up slightly. And the cancellation rate is still on 0. What else have I got here? Saying I still need to collect another 716 points to keep platinum. I think you need to get to 2,000 if you want to go to diamond or something. I think I've got till June to do that. I can't remember. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'll upload this, and it might make a bit more sense if you watch the part 1 first, which I put on this morning. And like I said, I only split it up because I didn't know if I'd be coming out this evening. So yeah, I will catch you on tomorrow's video.